Today, let's compare two harp libraries, CineHarps from Cinesamples and Berlin Symphonic Harps from Orchestral Tools. So let's jump on into Logic, have a listen to the libraries back and forth, and maybe you can choose a harp library that's right for you by the end. All right, so here we are in Logic, and one of the biggest differences right off the bat is that CineHarps is made for Kontakt Player, so you do not need the paid version of Kontakt to run this library, whereas Berlin Symphonic Harps, at least the Kontakt version, is not a player library, so you actually have to go into the Files tab and then dragging the individual patches into Kontakt. Okay, and in terms of the folder structure, this is what we can see. So we have Berlin Symphonic Harps, we have multiple articulations, which are basically multiple articulations put into the one patch, or you can separate them out and choose the single articulations as well. Lots of glissandi in the Berlin Symphonic Harps. For CineHarps, I like the patch structure here quite a bit as well. So we have the concert harp, which is the main harp that they sampled in the MGM scoring stage. Then we have harp glissandi, glissandi ad libs, and then some other stuff, harmonics, xylophonics, pedal, effects, things like that. They also give you two extra harps too, with just sustains, I believe. But yeah, let's kind of start with CineHarps first. This is my harp library of choice. I usually go to anytime I need a harp, and we'll go through these patches and then we'll hear the Berlin Symphonic Harp after that. So here we go. This is the concert harp. Right, really clean, really beautiful, and I really like how the notes continue to ring out as I press the sustain pedal. That's a really cool feature as well. Let's move on to the harp glissandi here. So these are all pre-recorded glissandi. Of course, you could just run your fingers up and down the keys if you want for the concert harp patch, but those are just sustains and not actual recorded glissandi. So if you want the most realistic results, you probably want to go with the harp glissandi patch. So let's play a few examples here. Right, so this is beautiful. You have lots of scale types, you have short, medium, and long, so lots of flexibility, all controlled by key switches as well if you want to do that. I use this patch quite a lot if I'm going from, let's say, one section to another and I want that climactic build. I will use a glissando to build into it. And sometimes, after a climax hits, I'll also go out of it. I'll taper off of that phrase by using a descending glissando as well. So I just like that they give you the flexibility not only over the keys and the different scales, but also the lengths of those glissandi as well. Let's have a listen to the ad lib here for the glissandi. Right, so basically they ad lib with the gliss as long as you hold the note down, and then when you let go, they play a little bit of an extra gliss to finish it off, to make it sound more realistic, right? So there's a bit of a fade there between the two samples. So that's really nice. All right, let's hear the harp harmonics. Very, very delicate, beautiful sound. All right, Bisbigliandi effects. So that's pretty cool, right? You get 3 sets of these Bisbigliandi, sorry, FXs, and yeah, pretty cool stuff. Obviously, that's not your bread and butter patches, but the fact that they give you 3 sustained harps, I think is a pretty cool thing. Now, I think one thing that is great for Berlin Symphonic harps, though, is the actual playable glissandi articulation here. So let's hear the sustains first. Yeah, definitely a roomier sound compared to the concert harp here in CineHarps. And I think that's one of the big reasons why I do like the CineHarps a little bit more. Number one, it's just more convenient to reach for being a Kontakt Player library, but also I do like the way the harp stands on its own in a mix. It doesn't blend in completely. Like I can actually hear the fingers against the strings a little bit more. But let's have a listen to the playable glissandi here a little bit. Yeah, so to me that actually sounds pretty good. That like if you want to build your own custom glissandi, it's nice to have an articulation that actually helps you do that. And I like that it's right there. It's like second in line, makes it pretty obvious. Then they have some other standard articulations, staccato, portato. Let's see. So that's sort of like a tenuto, if you will. Then we have flageolet, which are basically harmonics. Nice and delicate, just like CineHarps. Près de la table. And of course, the articulation that I can't pronounce. Controllable by the mod wheel for the dynamics, as you can hear. Really cool stuff. All right, then we have a second harp, which offers the exact same articulations, basically just a different sound overall. Right, so between the two harps, I find Harp 2 a little bit more aggressive. It feels a little brighter. They plucked the strings a bit harder. Harp 1 is definitely more delicate and blends a little bit more further back into the room, I would say. But yeah, overall, these two libraries have quite different sonic characteristics, right? CineHarps is definitely more bright, more high-end, I would say, whereas Berlin Symphonic Harps feels a bit more, I don't want to say muddy, but a little tapered off, not quite as high-end, and just a different vibe overall. So personally, for the sort of Disney music that I write, Disney style, I should say, action music, I find that CineHarps cuts through the mix a little bit better. And especially, I really like the pre-recorded glissandi they give us. It really just sounds really beautiful. And again, it's very adjustable. I like the different keys, the different lengths of glissandi. Gives me a lot of flexibility overall. So out of these two libraries, which one do you personally prefer? Is there like a certain patch you heard that you like more than another? Or do you have like a certain library that you like to use right now that maybe I didn't mention here? You can also let me know down in the comments below which is your favorite harp library at the moment. Before you go, I want to give you my sample library buyer's guide completely free. It basically contains all my personal recommendations that I use on a regular basis for my orchestral music. I condense them all into the different sections, strings, winds, brass, and percussion, but I've also included the utility of those libraries and the pricing so you know how much you would be investing into those libraries, and you can grab it using the first link down in the box below as a thank you for checking out this video today. On that note, if you want to check out my absolute favorite libraries from CineSamples as a whole, not just the Harps but the other sections as well, check out this video right here. I walk over literally every single library I use from CineSamples, why I use them, and I'll give you a demonstration of how they sound as well, and hopefully convert you into an MGM scoring stage fan. I'll catch you there.